So it's lockdown, day number 4623. Lockdown, self-isolate, whatever you want to call it, working from home. Either way, you've seen me do the walk, bit of physical exercise. Now it's time for the mental exercise, which is just as important during these hard times. So there's a thing called the alphabet game. We've probably all played it unknowingly, knowingly, on our own or with other people. You go through every letter of the alphabet and name one of the chosen subjects. So if it's food, you'd start apple, banana, carrot, blah, 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 blah. So I've done one of them and I've written it down as a list. Now there's no cheating with this. You cannot use Google. All right. So what I've done, and I think we might have done it on a podcast a few years ago, and if we didn't, we should have done. And if and when the podcast comes back, we'll probably whack it in then, even if we have done it. So what this list is, it is a list of mainstream films, but that have got sequels as well. So I don't want no obscure stuff, nothing in a foreign language, anything like that. It's got to be a pretty much well-known film, a heard of film, people that would probably know it if you asked them to, as a general rule. As I say, not using Google. So this is my list. I struggled on O for about 15 minutes. The list took about 30 minutes, maybe 40, sat there thinking. It's really hard to not use Google as well, but I got there in the end. There seems to be a lot of horror films as well. Struggled on O, bizarrely struggled on L. I've had 1,000 other suggestions in my head for every other letter as well, but I couldn't get one for Y. Now, Adam said that there was a Yogi Bear movie. How mainstream that was, how successful that was, I don't know. Did it do a number 2? I do not know. I'm stuck on Y. Put it in the comments below if you know a mainstream film with a sequel that begins with the letter Y. I will read out the list, and there's a couple of other pointers at the end as well. So remember, this is all off the top of my head, and I have had probably about 10 for some of the letters as well, 10 other suggestions. But here we go, this is what I've written down. Airplane, Back to the Future, Cars, Die Hard, Evil Dead, Final Destination, Godfather, Halloween, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Jaws, Kill Bill, Look Who's Talking. I really got stuck on L. Maleficent, Naked Gun, Ocean's 11 is what I finally popped into my head for the letter O. Predator, Quarantine, not that obscure as an horror film, but there was a follow-up. The Ring, Sister Act, Terminator, Underworld, Venom. I don't know if Venom counts. It's a Marvel Universe film, so there's gonna be a sequel. Surely there is or there isn't. Can someone confirm it for me? I've put it in. It might be disqualified if they're not doing a follow-up, but I bet they are. I don't honestly know, but I've put it in because it's the only one I could come up with for V. Wayne's World, X-Men, Y, as I said, ain't got one, and Zulu. Now Zulu had a sequel called Zulu Dawn, but that was actually a prequel, so it still counts. A prequel will obviously have a follow-up, and it doesn't matter if they're not the same name. Now the only thing I had with Y other than Yogi Bear was You Only Live Twice, James Bond film, and there was one after You Only Live Twice, and then one after that, and one after that. But they're not technically sequels, they're just one in a franchise, so it wouldn't count. So as I say, use your brain, don't use Google, see if you can come up with your own list. You can tell us if you want, you ain't got to tell us alternatives if you want to, film your own list, or pick us another subject and I'll do another video on a subject of your choosing. But we're really struggling with Y and I'm refusing to use that Google button. Anyway, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and see you next time.